The quest to explore the heavens has been one of man's greatest ambition over the centuries, starting from the primitive motivations of astronomers from time past to the complex technology man has developed over the years for that purpose. And what was considered a dream has finally become a reality. With an average speed of about 60 million meters per second, it took the crew members about 8 years to finally enter the Hill Cloud, a region in space close to the interstellar, separating the Alpha Centauri from the Sun's solar system. It was around June 2040 that the ship entered the region of this cloud. Considering that there were moments when the speed was drastically reduced to less than a million meters per second in order for the astronauts to have some relaxation, and it happened that there was a damage to the ship engine. The ship has been operating on a radioactive fuel that was scheduled to last it for about 25 years. This damage was as a result of a new gravitational pull on the ship by a nearby dwarf planet due to the close proximity of the ship and the planet within the cloud. John was fast asleep as Maxwell woke him up to be on alert. Chen tried controlling the ship, but it was too late as it crashes into the dwarf planets. The astronaut lost consciousness for over an hour, and slowly each of them gained back their consciousness. "Where are we?" Ernest asked, looking at Chen. "I don't know, but we'll find out," Chen responded. Then he used the ship Universal Point Locator, a computerized device that's able to tell the location of the ship based on its linear distance from Earth to determine their position, and it gave them their relative position based on their distance from Earth. "Holy shit, we are billions of kilometers from Earth," Ernest shouted, staring at the display screen of the device. Chen looked at him for a while, then he shook his head and continued with what he was doing. "I'm gonna check if this planet is habitable before we can think of stepping out of this," he said, as he uses the survivor gauge to run some quality assurance of the environment to confirm if the chemo-physical environment of the planet is life-supporting. Gravity is 15 g, relatively okay. Air composition, oxygen is 18%. Nitrogen is 60%. Carbon is 3%. Ammonia is 1%. And methane is 4%. There are traces of water in the atmosphere. Okay, there is a percentage of fluorine, and it's about 4%. Argon is 5%, and we have traces of chlorine and bromine that makes up the other 5%. "This planet is not habitable for us," said Chen as he stares at Dave, who is an astrobiologist. "Well, I can't see a plant anywhere. I wonder where the oxygen is coming from." But there is a probability that this is a hail-loving planet, as we can see from the nitrogen concentration. "Check the temperature and atmospheric pressure, let's know," Dave responded. "The temperature is 18.6 Celsius, and the pressure is a bit high. It's 1.52 atmospheric pressure," Chen said as he uses the device interface to gauge the temperature and pressure of the planet. After about 6 hours of Earth time in the planet, Maxwell opened one of the doors of the ship and tried walking on the surface of the planet, as it's a terrestrial planet with a hard surface. He felt heavy. Then he took of his space helmet, hosting his oxygen mask, and he saw himself gasping for air as he starts asphyxiating and sneezing. Then he quickly wore back his mask. "I think I find it a bit difficult to walk here. It's as if my feet are tied," he echoed to the rest of the crew in the ship as he removed his helmet again, and they all started laughing as he coughs and gasps. "I don't think you should take off your helmet again. The halogens in this environment is high enough to kill you," Dave said to him via the radio communication device that's fitted to the helmet, as he watched him from inside the ship after Maxwell wore back his helmet. After some time, Maxwell gained some balances, though the higher gravitational force makes it difficult for him to move very fast. The other crew members joined him later on,